Here we go.
Hey, Poopy, how you doing? Hey, Poopy, how you doing?
I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey, Poopy, how you doing? Hey, Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?
And now, Shooting the Shit with Dave and Ellen.
Oh, that is a stellar guest move right there.
All right, our guest already is one. Best guest.
Yes.
That was
Came
the
with
great
farts out of the
out the gate.
Juicy armpits.
Out the
Our guest did that with a straw in her armpit.
My aunt taught me.
Wow. Your aunt's wise. So great. Hi everybody.
This is Shooting the Shit with
Dave
and Ellen.
and we're on episode number 20.
It's almost like number 2, but not really, because 2 is our favorite.
Well, it's like 2 and then the O could be like a little butthole.
Yeah,
at the
it's
end.
like 2 our favorite and O are not our favorite,
No.
because that's the 0 constipation.
On the Bristol stool chart. So, yes, but welcome back to Shooting the Shit.
Yes.
And we have a special guest today, Miss Gigi Bon Bon.
Hi.
How's it going?
Really great.
Excellent.
So happy to be here.
Well,
Gigi admitted to us that she is a regular listener, so it's about fucking time that somebody is on the podcast who's done their homework.
I always listen.
you get a little applause there.
Hey, I'm winning.
Well, that opening fart sound was great. The opening salvo.
Yeah. So before we get into who Gigi Bon Bon is, let's get into our check-in. Gigi, you're our guest, so we check in with our guest first.
Really?
How's your poo's been
My
recently?
poo has been, it's pretty consistent. It's not, I did take a look at the Bristol chart. I had never heard of it before. But it's not a 4. It's a little like broken up and piecey. It's more like a type 6, I guess.
Ooh.
That's not good, is it?
It's like a little liquidy.
It's not liquidy. It's just clumpy. It's like 5, but in pieces. Like I have to squeeze them out,
Is it like a lot of wiping? So it's like very...
Not necessarily a lot of wiping. I'm always surprised about my poop. Like, it feels differently than it looks.
Yeah, I get that sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like a phantom poop. You're like, wait.
I feel like it's a lot and then it's not that much sometimes.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst.
But it gets me out of bed in the morning, so I'm grateful for poop.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
sometimes I don't want to get out of bed, but then I have to because I
Oh,
have
yeah.
to poop.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you're right out of bed and go.
Yeah, and
you don't even
usually-
need your coffee or whatever.
No, just it gets me out of
Yeah,
bed
I'm
in
that
the
way.
morning.
That's brilliant.
And then I usually go a few times during the day. Today I've gone twice.
Wow.
But I can go like 3 or 4 times depending on the day.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Well, the day's not over.
That's true. I
Still
have
a lot of
another
time
one
left.
before the night.
You got a lot of time left.
And Dave, how's your poops been?
Pretty good. Nothing to write home about. I pooped twice today.
I know you had a marathon.
Yeah, excuse me.
How did
I had
that
a-
go?
Not that great. I ran the Broken Half Marathon this past weekend, and I had been having some great runs up into that, and then for some reason, first of all, it was really hot, and that kind of fucked me up because I'm used to like running in the cold, and then it was our first like really hot day, and when I got to Ocean Parkway at the 10-mile marker, I just was like falling apart.
Oh no.
So it was slower than it was way slower than what I projected myself finishing at, but the good thing is I didn't poop before the race at the actual, start line. Because first of all, there's 27,000 people there. The amount of porta potties they had at the start, because they mixed in your start corral, they mixed in that with the porta potties. So each corral had like a bazillion porta potties. So you got people going like straight and then off to like a horizontal angle. It was so crazy. But I did bring I brought the wipes just in case. But I didn't. Luckily, I didn't need it.
Oh, good.
Which was really good. So I did poop
It's
twice.
better to have it and not need it
Yeah.
than need it and not have it.
Yeah, I had a solid dump when I first woke up at like 5:20 in the morning, and then I hung out for a little bit, stretched, and then I had to poop again, and that was like just like chunks.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Before you left the house?
Yeah.
Wow.
That usually happens before
At
I
least
Were
leave.
you nervous?
Evacuated a lot.
Excited?
I get, that's one of the reasons I don't like doing many races anymore, is because I get so much like race anxiety.
Yeah.
And this, I wasn't like, when I've run this race like 6 times before, so it wasn't that big a deal, but it was definitely like just getting up, having to do all that stuff, making sure I get to the start on time.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass, but I would say like overall though, pretty normal.
That's good.
Like a 5, 4. Well, not 4, like a rough 4. 4.5.
I guess mine's a rough 4.
Yeah.
I have been eating a lot of yogurt recently and realizing that is the key to my poops. I have been making
Probiotic.
the most
Really?
beautiful dumps. I made
Picasso.
3 number 4s today.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yes.
From your yogurt?
I'm going to start eating yogurt more again.
I ate yogurt yesterday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not intentionally.
Yeah.
For like breakfast, I had it with like berries and this paleo granola. And then for lunch, I like made a ranch dip with the yogurt and had it with some chicken nuggets and celery. And then for dinner, my boyfriend was like, make that potato salad you make. And that had
so
yogurt
good.
in it.
Oh.
Because I don't use mayonnaise, I use
that's
yogurt.
right. I gotta get that recipe by
It's
the way.
delicious.
Oh,
My
so
friend
good.
said it's the best he's ever had.
Ooh. I'll post the recipe if you guys want,
Yes.
but it's I like to use yogurt instead of mayonnaise or sour cream or something. I just think it's healthier.
No, definitely.
And delicious.
I made
Yeah.
I made the not healthy version when I was and we were in Puerto Rico. It came out. It was pretty fucking bananas how good it was. But
yeah.
that was my first time making potato
Mayonnaise?
salad. Yeah,
Ah.
and sour cream,
Ooh.
and we had bacon in it. But we had bacon off to the side
Ooh.
for the vegetarians.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
So But anyway, sorry.
No.
The
It's
yogurt
okay.
is the key to your smooth
Yeah.
operators.
Oh my God. The things I was making today, I was so proud of myself and happy. And I took Beelzebub's suggestion that every time I poop, I'm going to use it as an intention. So now when I poop,
What?
all I do, I know you haven't heard this
I
yet.
haven't.
We actually are recording this episode before the Beelzebub episode comes out, but everybody who hears it's going to already hear the Beelzebub one. So, but she basically was like, every time you poop, you should make it as a positive intention
Like a
and
gift?
send your positive intentions out into the world
Yeah,
in
down
the
the drain.
form of your poop.
Oh,
So
like-
now I'm making duties and just thinking about how successful our podcast should be.
It
I love
also could be
that.
something you're letting go of.
Exactly.
You're flushing it away.
Letting go of the negativity.
Except when you forget to flush or it doesn't flush all the way and then you come home and it's still lingering in there.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That happened to me today. That was not pleasant.
You're like, what the
Especially when you live with a significant other, they do not like that.
No.
I have
That's
done
My
that.
wife is
Yeah.
not happy when I do that.
Yeah,
My
Gerald
boyfriend
gets
does
very
not
mad at me. He doesn't care.
No, he saw my poop yesterday. I poop openly in front of him all the time.
Oh,
I
that's
do.
Our
love.
door is always open.
Yeah,
It is love.
so funny.
Okay, so we finished our check-in. So Gigi Bon Bon, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a professional dancer. So I dance with a modern company, and I'm also a burlesque performer in New York City. And I teach Pilates. I grew up in a funeral home, and I've lived in
Really?
the city for 17 years. And I recently moved in with my boyfriend.
Wow.
I've never had a real boyfriend. I've had boyfriends, but
No,
this
you
is
had
the
a
best.
live-in one.
I've never lived with a boyfriend before.
Oh, wow.
So
Welcome
this
to-
is all new,
Nice.
and it's been really wonderful.
Yay.
Cool.
Things are
Excellent.
Good.
I
Yeah.
have met and hung out with your boyfriend, and he's awesome.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. And he has stars in his eyes when he looks at Jillian.
Aw.
So that's Gigi. So that's the most important part.
He has lots of poop stories too.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
we're going to have him as
Okay,
a guest.
sure.
Like amazing poop stories. Like it puts mine to shame. I'm like, why aren't you here today instead of me? Because
He's like, move over. Oh, let me take over.
I just want to tell all the stories too. Like they're revenge poops and like
Oh, really?
pooping in a jack-o'-lantern, and like he was pooping over the bridge. No, he wanted to poop over the bridge because he wasn't going to make it. He did some magic, mushrooms the other day,
Oh, nice.
and he was biking home and he didn't make it. He had to pull over and he pooped on the beside a dumpster.
Oh,
Magic mushrooms do make you poop.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say he was just doing magic on a bridge. I'm like, wow, okay.
He was doing I was
Interesting.
not doing magic on a bridge.
Interesting boyfriend.
He's very interesting.
He's like, I like to do magic on the bridge. You know, whatever. It's my
He
thing.
puts on a little show.
He puts our poop
He's like-
intentions to shame.
He's like, ta-da. That's hilarious.
Anyways, it's pretty funny.
that's awesome.
Nice.
Well, yeah.
Congrats on all that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And I know Gigi through both Dave and I know her through the burlesque community. And I had this one story about we went to Burlesque Hall of Fame Awards last year. And
Which I'm always constipated at.
Yeah.
Last year was the worst.
Yeah. And I was rooming with Gigi and another performer, Peekaboo Point. And after 4 days, I did not poo. And I just turned to them and I was like, ladies, I'm going to have to give myself a suppository.
She did.
You need the bathroom because I'm going to like take over.
Blow that shit up.
Yeah. And they were like, yeah, go ahead. And so I did it. And then I kind of just like walked around the room for a bit and they were like, we thought you were going to do it. And I was like, I gotta wait till it's brewing. And then it came out and didn't stop coming out.
Oh,
I recently tried suppositories because of Ellen. Because I went on a trip to Thailand, which is the Thailand Diarrhea Festival, which I was upset when Cheeky was on because she did not talk about it because she had it the worst. So I don't know
are you
why.
fucking serious?
I don't know why she didn't talk. I told her too. I was like, Cheeky, you
That's
have to
so
talk about the
maddening.
Diarrhea Festival.
Oh my God.
Everyone.
I want to delete her episode right now.
No, Cheeky, we love you. Almost everyone had diarrhea. I threw up.
How
I
dare
felt
she?
like I had to poop, but I couldn't. But almost everyone had it, except
And it was like
for
the last
Jen Minsky,
day.
who eats ice cream all the time, and she has, I don't know, she just can eat anything and has a great stomach.
Yeah. And it was like the last day of
It was
your
the
trip,
last
right?
day, ruined our day. Everyone
my
was
God.
pooping. We couldn't go anywhere. Everyone was in the bathroom or sleeping, or it was
Yeah, I heard. I don't
horrible.
remember if it was Puss or Penny who said that they were like, "Nope, it's not going to happen to me. It's not going to." And then
And it
did.
happened.
And then yeah,
Oh my God.
We were gonna go whitewater rafting, and that would
Ooh,
have been a
brown water.
disaster.
Brown water rafting. Well, at least the water would have maybe cleaned you off a little bit.
Yeah, but then when I came home, I like couldn't poop for like a few days. It felt like a long time, and my boyfriend, it was like fairly recently into us dating, and he rode on his bike to the nearest pharmacy and bought me
Aw.
suppositories.
that's love.
And my mom was like, he bought you suppositories. Oh,
That is love.
It
all
was
the
love.
all that fleeting shit, the other stuff is like,
Yeah.
it's like when you get someone in their worst moments, that's the, you know,
yeah.
and they stick
when
around.
you can help them in their worst
yes,
moments.
exactly. That's love.
That's brilliant.
But I was really curious to see what the heck would happen when I did it.
And was it successful?
It was, but it wasn't like what I wanted, like a real deep cleaning,
Right.
and it didn't happen.
I feel like it just opens up the dam, but
Yeah,
it
it gets
doesn't
things
like
moving.
yeah. It doesn't let the water through the dam. It just kind of breaks that wall.
I do want a colonic though.
Oh yeah.
Dying to do that.
I've had one of those.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. Woo.
Yeah, Dave and I want to do one for the show and record our sounds.
Oh my god.
It's like, oh my God. Hey, you buying me dinner after this, or?
Yeah, I'm always like breathing like really heavy through it, and then the lady's like petting me and going, "Oh, you're doing so good."
Oh, I don't have any of
They
that. No
pet
one's
you?
petting me.
That's
We
funny.
should go to the lady I go to. She's
Oh
amazing.
my God.
She's very encouraging.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
I
then
got
yells at
some-
me on how many bubbles pass by, and she's like, "You have too much gas. You have too much gas."
it is interesting when you watch the stuff go by. You're like, oh shit, what is that?
Yeah.
I took another one because I had the worst. I have lots of like women problems, fibroid stuff, and so I have my period all the time, and I recently had the worst cramps ever like a month ago, and I took another one because I wasn't sure. I was like, maybe it's just gas. I didn't know what it was. It didn't really help at all, but I don't know what the point of the story was.
That you did another
But I
suppository.
did another
Oh, okay.
suppository because of
That's all.
that. But
Yeah.
it didn't really help.
I mean,
so it must have been something else.
Literally will only do a suppository if I don't have any other.
Is it unhealthy?
No. It's not unhealthy. To me, I just feel like it's like a very abrasive, like
On your
you
system?
know, yeah.
Or on your butthole?
But if I can't go for 4 days, that's when I'm gonna shove something up there.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
gotta happen. That would drive me crazy for 4 days.
Oh.
And that's
And like Beehoff Burlesque Hall of Fame, we're wearing like fancy outfits every night, and
Yeah.
it got to the point where I didn't fit in my clothing anymore.
There's a photo that you took of me with this amazing doggy
Oh yeah,
at a pool party, and my belly was like bigger than it's ever been because it was full
You're
of
like-
poop. I could not. That's what it.
you don't want that sound.
No.
yeah. I don't. Then it doesn't make sense because I ate plenty of celery and like
we ate
veg.
good.
Yeah, we didn't eat like terrible stuff, and we were drinking a lot. And you would think the alcohol shits would clear you out. Nope.
I'm a little nervous about going back in a few weeks.
I know.
Well, tell me some stories when you come back.
Yeah.
We'll record.
This time
Yeah.
we're
Oh, yeah.
rooming with our significant others though, so it'll be a little bit different.
Oh my
I'm
God,
rooming
you
with
have to
Jason
record-
though too.
You have to
Oh.
record some stuff though.
Oh yeah.
Like some good stuff.
I'll
to
have to
bring
get
back.
some check-ins.
Cool. I did a check-in from Puerto Rico.
You did?
Last week. I
Yeah.
recorded a bunch of people.
Oh, that's funny.
So it was less of a surprise for my partner over here.
It was beautiful. It was like a Hallmark card.
Thinking of each other while you're away.
Oh,
Oh, dude, I was like texting her all this stuff. I'm like, oh my God, we're taking a shit outside in the little balcony of the room we were staying in.
Do you
'Cause
do
I-
this all the time? You check in with each other?
Oh my God.
we
text
text
a lot.
each other the minimum once a day.
Oh, at least.
And it's almost always poop related.
I think about poop way more because of the two of you. Like all
I
the
mean,
time.
it's just, I mean, if I have a thought, it's just like, oh, I got to tell Ellen about this.
yeah. It's good content.
Gerald calls Dave my poop soulmate.
Aww.
Yeah.
You were meant for each other.
We were.
Yeah. It's been amazing.
Talking about Gerald, I forgot during my check-in. So last night we made dinner and he insisted on what he wanted to eat. Like he wanted broccoli, he wanted potato salad, he wanted a certain kind of chicken. We cooked it all. Both of us worked on cooking it. And then I put a plate out and he wouldn't touch it. And I was like, what the fuck is your problem? He does this sometimes. And I'm like, just eat the goddamn food. And then he was sitting on the couch next to me, farting the worst farts. It smelled like
Broccoli
something
farts?
died. Like a small animal died in his butthole and he was farting it out. And I was like, dude, I'm trying to eat. No, he didn't even eat the broccoli. I was eating food and he's just farting. And there was a fan on that was blowing the farts into my face. And I was like, get a match, god damn it. Minimum 10 of these evil farts. And he was laughing. He's like, whatever, you do this shit all the time. And I'm like, I at least try to take care of it. I mean,
Yeah, and not when I'm eating too. It's like, come on.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I was watching television last night and on the couch, and just I had a day where I was just like, Tiny was out, and I watched like all these movies. It was amazing, and then I just farted like halfway through one of them, and it was the worst. I was like, wow, I haven't smelled a fart that bad from like, it was insane. I thought my cat was gonna be like dying, almost like dead. She was like, "Meow."
That's funny.
Isn't that the
It was pretty
funniest when you
disgusting,
insult yourself with your own
That was
farts?
awful.
I love the way my farts.
My farts
Actually,
smell
I don't think my
farts.
farts smell very much, but my boyfriend has a magic power that he doesn't smell farts, or that's what he says. I guess I believe him. But then
It's
the
a
other
new
day he
relationship.
farted and no, he says this all the time, and I fart all the time and loud, and he thinks it's the cutest thing. Again, new love. It's funny. And but when right before, my sister is good friends with him and her husband. He was the best man at my sister's wedding, and that's how we met.
Oh, okay.
But she would tell me about how when he would stay at their house, they would just like blow. She's like, oh great, Kyle's staying here and him and Neil are blowing up the bathroom. So I knew about this before I even started dating
Right.
him. But he just like, can't smell my farts, and I fart a lot. So it's pretty funny that he can't smell.
That's amazing. I can
Okay.
smell
believe
Gerald's.
him.
I can smell my own.
Oh yeah.
But if you like, occasionally you'll do your own fart and it's like, oh, whatever, that's a little stinky.
Yeah.
It's funny. But once in a while when you do one and you're like, what the fuck?
You're like, do I have am I dying inside?
Yeah.
I think
Something
it's
rotting in
always
there?
interesting how, when they
Oh.
smell and when they don't.
Yeah.
Mine tend not to. I don't know why.
Well, that's
Oh,
good.
good for you. Your superpower.
Yeah.
Maybe that is my superpower.
Are they loud?
Forks don't smell.
Oh, they are loud.
Yeah, I feel like they're either loud or they're silent and deadly.
I have stories about farting. Like one time I had my headphones on and I was waiting for the train from the airport, and I was sitting there and I farted so loud. And this man next to me, and I forget that I don't hear it really. So do other people hear it? I don't know. And he looked at me and I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." But I do that a lot because on the train, I'm just I forget that other people are around, I guess, and I just fart. And
You're just out there living life, man.
Yeah.
Being free.
Gerald has told me
me
stories about
laugh.
hot girls walking by the tattoo shop, and the girls are always wearing headphones and they fart really loud, and he's like, we could
That is
totally hear it.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I vibrate that bench just like that.
Mind you, Gigi is a hot girl, so for her to be farting in public is really funny.
You're like, next stop, 14th Street.
They're a little,
Louder than that one. Hold on.
they're loud,
Maybe it's like this one.
quick and loud. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Farts are the funniest. So Gigi, should we get into the normal questions, or do you have a story you want to tell us about? Or
Well, I have stories and I have thoughts. I also
know
thought,
the usual questions if you're.
I do. So the toilet paper. I have been observing toilet paper everywhere I go.
Okay.
And I am originally an over person, but I also don't really care. So however I put it on the thing, if it's over or under, I don't care. I think I'm liking the under.
Oh,
Yes.
You got a convert.
I have a cat. It has nothing to do with the cat.
I'll take it. I don't care.
I think it's easier to grab. Also, I've been bleeding like crazy, and I use a Diva cup or a Hello cup. It's Australian, and it's extremely bloody. So my hands are always bloody, and then if I'm trying to get it from the top, I ruin the whole roll of toilet paper. If it's from underneath, I can just grab it. It's easier to grab.
Wow.
It's true.
It is easier to grab it.
Also, in public bathrooms, I think it's easier to grab, when there's the metal on top of it, the flap. It's easier to get instead of trying to find it. And sometimes it just spins, but when it's under, it's easier. So I really don't care, but I think I'm leaning towards under.
Yes,
and I've
finally.
been counting. I was checking off when I go into public places, if it's over and under. And lately, it's been under a lot, which is surprising to me.
Wow.
So far, you're the best guest.
Also, I just want to say, I thought Keith was great. Keith, but if you're walking around with no shoes, there is poop everywhere. I am sorry.
Yes.
There's
Especially
poop
just
particles
dog
everywhere
poop.
on the floor.
I agree with it. It's embedded in your feet now.
Everywhere. Even if
And
you're not
he
stepping in a
rode
big pile.
on the bus, a New York City bus.
I love him.
He went to Coney, didn't he?
Yes.
Also, I pooped in his house more than he has, and I've been to his new apartment twice, and I think I've probably pooped it because he
Oh
said
my
he never
God.
poops
Yeah,
at home.
I know. He's like a
Cracks me
superhero.
up.
But yeah, his stories were so good.
Yeah.
So good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I have stories I have lots of accidents. I have a good sex story.
Oh.
Ooh.
I was having sex with someone. First of all, I was watching my friend's cats in her apartment. She went away and she said, "Come over," but she actually specifically told me, "Don't have sex in my," I think that's what she said. I have a really bad memory sometimes. So I went over there and someone that I was just sleeping with came over and we ended up having sex and I pooped on him. We were not doing anything with the butt, but I don't know if I was pushing but a little poop came out and immediately we both knew it. And it was the best person ever. Besides my boyfriend now would probably not care at all. But it happened and I was mortified, but I was embarrassed, but immediately took a shower and cleaned off, and there was a little. I want to say there was a little on the couch, but we cleaned.
Oh.
Just
You had
tiny
sex on the
bit.
couch?
It wasn't on the couch; it was on the floor because I knew, she told me not to. So whatever, and shit, literally. And I just got in the
now.
shower, and
Well, she
he
knows
was
now.
so no, she. I don't think she will.
Oh.
Nobody. You guys don't know her.
Oh, okay, cool.
But she was. Maybe she'll hear. But anyways, it was really mortifying, and I just took a
Holy
shower,
shit,
and
that's
he was so
awesome.
kind. And then for a time after we would just send each other like poop emojis. And I've told this story to a few people, but it was like our little secret, and we just laughed about it for a long time. And now we
That's
don't.
hilarious.
It doesn't really
That's
come
some
up.
great sex.
That's a good story.
I don't know. It was ridiculous.
Maybe you're just like, oh my god, I'm just like, he just
I was like,
he fucked the shit out of you.
Oh my god, he literally.
He literally fucked the shit out of you.
Oh,
Wow.
also, all these sayings.
He's like, ding. He's like, check.
That was really. I have another story that I remember right before my sister's rehearsal dinner. I was kind of like a slightly in a weird place right before my sister's wedding, and I was really excited for it, but I was also like slightly depressed, or I was going through something. So leading up to it, I was also really excited to see my current boyfriend, my forever boyfriend, there. And so I was like, oh, I can't wait to see Kyle there. I was really looking forward to it. And then she said that he might have a girlfriend, but she didn't know I was interested, but she really wanted to hook us up anyways.
Right.
So that kind of like bummed me out when I heard that. But I was just nervous about her getting married or something, the anxiety of it all. So the day before the wedding, I go out to breakfast or like a brunch with my family, and the candles had all melted together in the sun for the wedding. So I had to go to Michael's or something. So I was going to bring my brother home. I think I did bring my brother and dropped him off. And like right before we left the restaurant, I was like, my stomach doesn't feel right. And I was like, well, I could go to I think I did go to the bathroom. And then I bring my brother home. I go on to Michael's, and I was like, oh, I don't have to go to the bathroom. I'll be okay. And then I walk into Michael's, and I see restrooms like big in the back wall. And I was like, I gotta go. And I like walk there, and I do not make it. And I slightly pooped my pants right before I got into the stall. I mean, I was in the bathroom, but I did not make it, and I pooped myself a little. And I was wearing Thinx underwear, which I think they kind of suck for me anyways, because I bleed so much.
Yeah.
But I did not throw them out. I rinsed them off, wrapped them up in like a lot of paper, and then without any underwear on, I just like went and bought my candles and left, like the whole time being like, I have this like disgusting underwear in my thing. It was gross.
Oh my god.
Things are way too expensive to throw out.
I had to. They smelled horrible.
Oh, you ended up throwing it out?
Oh, no, I did clean. Those were fine. Yeah. No, they're like $40 underwear.
Yeah.
I cleaned them and I used them, but like just from like wear and tear, I had to get rid of them.
If it's a regular pair of cotton underwear and I've shit my pants, I will throw that out.
But things are like $40.
Yeah, they're
a pair.
expensive.
Yeah.
My wife has a bunch, and she's like,
She likes them?
She loves them. She's like, don't dry this. I'm like, I know now.
Yeah, no, you can't dry
I mean,
them.
so I make sure that those get hung
Yeah.
after. But
They're special.
other side note, the person at Tushy we're interviewing actually started things.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Oh, well, sorry. I love you. I think
No,
if
it's
I
okay.
was not in my situation, it would be like better, but I just can't control anything. So I'm the destroyer.
Yeah.
You need thanks.
I need thanks. I need like
You need
super
thangs.
industrial.
Well, that's why you're getting surgery soon to
Yeah.
hopefully
And
fix
then maybe
this.
I can wear things after that.
Yeah.
I hope.
Nice.
Because I think they're a great idea. I buy
Yeah.
them specifically for performances.
Yeah.
Right.
Because then I feel
I've
like I don't
talked
have to worry.
so many of my, I mean, this isn't a show about period underwear, but I've
Yeah.
talked so many of my girlfriends,
It could
like,
be.
I'm like, why throw away your period underwears or ruin them when these things are like made for that? And yeah, they're kind of expensive, but over the course of time, you'll be saving money.
Yeah, I that's why I bought them originally.
Yeah.
And they were good for a while, but then I just think I'm way beyond
Wait, is that a
realm.
normal thing? Like to have like just period panties?
Well,
Yeah.
I have horrible underwear. They're like granny underwear that I just destroy as well.
Yeah.
And they're when you have your period, you wear those
Yeah.
because
Women do that,
Things I
but
didn't
then they
even
end
know
up
about.
like throwing them out, and I'm like, so what? They're $5 to $10 a pair of underwear, and you end up throwing them out. But if you
Yeah.
count how many pairs you end up throwing out,
Oh
and
my
it
God,
thinks
it's a
it's like
ton.
$30 to $40,
Yeah.
like,
Jeez.
and ends up being like, yeah. And like, I could be on a super heavy flow day and go to a spin class with Thinx on and not worry about leaking.
yeah.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
would sleep on a bath
Things I
mat
did not know.
with my cup, with a pad and underwear and my Thinx on over it, and I would bleed through everything.
Holy
Oh
shit.
my God.
But
We
it's
got
all
a
gonna be over
bleeder.
soon.
Shit, I wish I had that sound clip. Damn it.
Pooping and bleeding is the worst too. Oh, also I have a story, and I have another story.
Go ahead.
Please, go ahead.
I have lots of stories. I've been thinking about this lots. So I have this Diva cup, and when I poop sometimes, or it would pop out.
Yes.
And that's happened to me more than once. So you can't flush that thing down a toilet. So I have to get my hand and pull it out real quick.
I have to Google this. I don't know what. I mean,
You don't know what a diva cup is?
I know what it is. There's probably someone told me about it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I just never really looked at one.
Yeah,
It's kind of like a diaphragm, but it holds your period.
Yeah.
So you don't need tampons and pads and all that fun stuff.
But yeah, but I would be worried about it just popping out or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
No, it doesn't. But like, I think I just whatever's going on, it was driving me crazy.
Aggressive poop.
Yeah, and period. So.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, it looks like a cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can boil it, so you can. But then one time it popped
Disinfect it.
out when I was on an airplane, and I like looked and I thought about it for a second, but it was like under that flap, and I was like, hell no, I can't do that.
Airplane toilets, I feel like, are different. It's
Then I
not a
was
real
fucked.
septic.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was disgusting.
Yeah.
That one I was like,
That you can.
Wow, that's
yeah.
lady stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
lots of lady stuff.
I mean, I knew it. I guess I've heard of a diva cup. I can't remember what it looked like until I just saw it. So
Yeah.
I'm learning new stuff all the time.
Yeah. All the time.
I would love to try it, but I've always been so nervous because those first couple days I bleed so much. I'm like,
I have to change mine every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
because I'm so heavy.
Yeah.
But I'm not to make this a period show. But yeah.
Yeah.
You should try it.
I know.
I like them.
Only because like I use so many tampons. It's just a waste.
You can wear that with a pad and then
Yeah.
you're good to go.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, cool. I mean,
I've talked about
maybe I'll buy some for your birthday.
Oh, yeah. I'll buy
I'm
one
like,
for your birthday.
happy birthday.
Oh, a diva cup. Thank you.
Then I have one more poop story. Recently, it's
You
not very
can have
exciting.
100 more poop
really?
stories.
Okay.
This is what this show is all
Yeah, it's
about.
all
when
here.
you get up to your apartment door and like it just always happens, and it was recently, and I didn't make it either, and that was like juicy. It was gross, but I had a onesie on. So that kind of sucked.
No, I talked about that in a more recent episode that like I pee my pants way too many times at home or getting close to being home. But if I'm out and about, I never pee my pants. Like there's something obviously psychological that like when you know you're close to your own toilet, like it's.
I always do that thing. The second if I have to go, if I'm on a train or coming back home, the second I start feeling that twinge, I'm like, okay, you just have to hold it in. But the minute I get off the train, it's just like, it's coming. There's another train coming.
Waddle.
The brown train. And then by the time I get to the door, like the front door, I'm like, oh my God. Like I'm like just
Turtling.
leaping
Barely
up
get
the
your
fucking
pants
stairs
off.
like 3 at a time to get into the door. And I'm like praying that Tiny's not here so she's not in the bathroom. Because that's happened before. I'm like, you need to get the fuck off the toilet.
That's the worst with roommates. Like sometimes, they're in the bathroom. You're like, it's the first thing in the morning. I'm like, I gotta go. And I'm like sitting on the couch or like waiting to get in there.
That is one of the upsides of being married or like living with your partner. Because the doors just open. I'm like, are you almost done?
Yeah.
Because this is happening.
Yeah.
So it's either going in the tub. I mean, it's just coming out.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's never happened.
No,
by the
Gerald and I are constantly arguing because, like, we'll sit on the couch in the morning and watch like Daily Show, drink our coffee, eat our breakfast, and then both of us will like turn like, "Do you have to shit? Because I gotta go."
Yeah,
like
that's always the
one
first
of us,
question.
Yeah.
Number 1 or number 2?
Yeah.
Because usually she's got to pee all the time.
But I will poop in like. When I'm pooping, it's literally already coming out my body, so it maybe takes 3 minutes max.
Yeah.
I'm in there
Gerald
for a while.
is in there for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm in there for a while sometimes.
And I'm
I
like,
don't understand
get
that.
the fuck
Well,
off
sometimes
the
I'm
toilet.
like, I'm just going and like it just keeps coming out. And Tiny's like, are you still going? I'm like, yes. I'm not just like hanging out in here, but sometimes I'm reading a paper or like just looking at my phone. I mean, just
Feels
stupid
good just
shit.
to sit there on the toilet.
And sometimes, a lot of times I start thinking about things if I'm working on a project. It just, I don't know, it just helps.
My legs fall asleep if I sit there for that long.
I pride myself in getting in and out of the bathroom as fast as I can.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
my
want
that's
to
a
stew
let's
in
get
my
shitty
own
moment.
stink.
You get used to
Yeah.
it. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Do I have any other stories? Really, my boyfriend has so many stories. I want to tell them all to you, but I
We'll have to have him on,
Yeah,
then.
it's pretty amazing.
Well, we can ask you some of the other questions.
Oh, what's the in your pants or on the floor?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I've done it in my pants, but not a lot.
No.
I
We're
usually
like,
save
if
it.
you.
I think I would do on the floor, like find a corner somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I bleed through my pants, bringing back to the blood. And I was thinking about this the other day. I was walking home late at night, and I was off the train, and it felt like I had pooped my pants because I'm just like walking in blood, and it drives me crazy. But I'm like, this is the feeling of pooping my pants. And then my boyfriend got home that night, and he was like, I know. He's like, I just pooped on the way home. And I was like, I was just thinking about pooping my pants on the way.
So like stereo shitting your pants.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I do that all the time because my brother's name is Jared and my boyfriend's name is Gerald.
I don't know why I said that. That was weird.
Yeah, it is.
When we have our psychologist on, we'll play that back. We're like, what does this mean?
What does this mean?
I just talk too fast. I don't even know what I'm saying. Early onset memories of poop. I don't really remember a lot.
I don't even have to ask any questions.
I love you so much.
I remember like getting nervous about like if I'd stay at a friend's house, like using their bathroom because I was afraid. I still to this day, I hate when the toilets don't flush or I clog them and they rise up, and that happened at my friend's house once. It's just like this anxiety. And then I would like, you wait in the bathroom and watch it go down. And then, but like when that water starts rising, if there's not a plunger, it's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Well, you got to do monkey's trick. You got to turn the...
we learned turn the water off in the valve.
A little oblong, like sort of like oval shaped thing at the bottom of the base of the toilet. You just turn it and it stops the water flow.
Yeah.
So even though it's still like the water's like risen a little bit, it's at least like not still.
It's not going to go over.
Oh, that's
the tank's not running anymore.
No, when he told us that, it was like light bulbs.
Yeah,
like,
I was like, shit.
Yeah,
Monkey's so smart.
And I've done that. I've actually.
You've used it.
I'm like, this worked good.
Yeah.
It worked
That's
well.
amazing.
It's a good hack.
I usually go for the plunger, which I think plungers are disgusting too, because then you have that shit on them.
Yeah. I know. I wish there was like a disposable plunger.
2019, and we're still using dated ass technology.
Gross.
Have you seen those little plungers? They're like so little, they're cute. I'm like, this can't be for a toilet. And then I think it's actually for your body work, like cupping for your body, but it looks like a plunger.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. But then I think I remember like, my sister being potty trained because we're 8 years different, and we would sing the song. We make like a conga line, and we go like poo poo in the potty, yeah, poo poo. And we would like trying to get her excited about pooping. Funny. But then my dad told me when he's little, he sang like a similar song, and then his little brother, he'd sing, wipe me, wipe me, wipe me, go ahead and wipe me, sitting on the toilet like waiting for someone to come and wipe him.
Oh my God, that's pretty good.
So you helped potty train your sister?
Yeah.
Aww.
Oh, she was like my little baby growing up. I was so excited to have her.
You said that you grew up in a funeral home. Do you know about any dead people poops?
I don't know. I'd have to ask. No, I don't know about any dead
When
people
we
poops.
had Beelzebub on last episode, she worked at a mental institution.
Oh, God.
And she told us this insane story that I'm not going to repeat because people need to listen.
Yeah, right.
But
they would have heard it by now.
Yeah.
The look on your face when you just said that, they need to listen.
They need to listen, motherfuckers.
There was an eye roll and a little bit of a head nod there.
I love listening when I'm putting my makeup on before I gig or on the subway.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, she told us this one story about a dead body. And woof.
Really?
Yeah. On her
like
third.
They defecated.
It was.
No, it was worse.
Yeah. Oh, wait till I hear that episode. It's disgusting.
I have another story. Just remind me.
Yeah.
I used to work at a restaurant called Josephina across the street from Lincoln Center. It's no longer there. It's the Smith now, I believe. Anyways, so I was a hostess there, and there were like these two older ladies, and one went missing for a while, and she was in the bathroom. So they said, of course, I had to go down there and check out what happened.
Oh, no.
And she had destroyed the bathroom. Her shoes were off, and there was like poop. It was disgusting.
Oh my God.
It was awful. And I somehow ended up going in there. Like I had to help her put her boots on, and there was like, it was just disgusting. I don't know why I did, but I don't think I got anything
call
on
911.
me. It was awful, but I was just like, I used to be nice. I think I'm still nice, but I feel like I'm not as nice as I used to be. But I like helped her put her boots on.
No.
It was awful. Hell
That
no.
is gross.
Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah, that's I'm
Poor
not
lady.
down. I would have been like, I quit.
Yeah,
we've talked about that.
I didn't
on
clean it up, but I
Yeah.
helped her get herself back together.
We've talked about that in past episodes, so I'm very proud of you for helping her. But like, if somebody shits themselves, you won't touch them. But if somebody was like stabbed, then you would help them. You know, like blood does not seem as scary as poop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're both. I'm a horrible human being. I'd probably be like,
I mean,
I really can't help you. I can't really help you right now. So I'm gonna call someone that can help you.
She just seems
What am I
so
gonna do?
helpless.
Oh.
It was really bad.
And she was an old lady.
Really, yeah, and just kind of like confused. I don't know. It was
Uh-oh.
bad. But
Oh my God, I would not fare well in that situation. I would have been like,
yeah.
I would have probably said something stupid, like, not stupid, but I would have been like, she's probably racist, so I'm not gonna do it.
Oh my
I was
God.
making up a whole story in my head. I'm like, she probably said some fucked up shit. So yeah, you know what? Let someone else deal with this. My crazy ass would have said that. But anyway,
That's hilarious.
ugh, that's
You
gross.
reminded me of a story of when pooping at friends' houses when you were younger.
Yeah.
I was friends with this girl freshman year of high school, and she invited me to sleep over, and we got Subway sandwiches. And I had never eaten Subway before because I grew up in Connecticut. We're like chain
fresh.
stores. Yeah. And like, as we all now know, they make the bread out of that like yoga mat material.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard that,
It's like
yeah.
like this weird thing that people can't digest very well, so they shit their
It's like
pants
couch
all the
stuffing.
time. Yeah. And so I just remember eating the sandwich and being like, oh, that was good. Like, I would eat Subway again. And then being at her house and like running to the bathroom and having like explosive diarrhea for like over and over and over. And I was like, what is wrong with me? And I was like 14.
Ooh. You had that foot long, or did you get a
Yeah.
half inch,
Oh, I don't know.
or half 6
foot,
inch,
6
half
inch.
foot. I'm like half
Doesn't it
inch.
feel so good though when you have to poop and it just
Well, that was just like embarrassing because I was
Yeah.
my new friend's house, like trying, like she
Yeah.
was the cool
When
girl
you're 14
in
too,
school.
it's like, oh,
yeah.
I was
that's
shitting
true.
in my house now. Great.
And I'm like blowing up the one bathroom that doesn't have any windows. Like
Oh
it's one of
my
those bathrooms in the
God.
middle of the house, and I'm just like, oh my God.
This
I'm
is like
disgusting.
a horrible story on a TV
Mind
show.
you,
like
oh
this.
my God, this is the same friend that when I shit myself in Mystic, Connecticut, and she found poop on my shoe, and like
Oh,
still.
no.
So like
Well, she's
obviously.
probably a pretty good friend then. Well,
She's a shitty friend,
Oh,
but a
shit.
great friend. No, she is a
Oh.
good friend.
Okay, good.
But I'm just saying, wow, there's a lot of poop wrapped around her.
she's like,
That's
here comes,
funny.
she's like, here comes Ellen. By the way, Ellen shits a lot on
Ellen has
herself
stomach
and,
problems.
and bathrooms. So just just go with it. Oh, hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm not shy about poop. I mean, I think I'm a little like aware of it, but like now, you know, those people, like I have friends that can't poop in public places or around their boyfriend even,
Yeah.
or now they're married and like I think now they're fine, but like I've never been one that's like, I guess if I have to go, I have to go, and
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care. And I don't carry any kind of like poopery or anything like that. Although I'm curious about your bath bomb things. They sound
Undercover poo.
interesting. Undercover poo.
That's
but
great.
I do like the one thing I do like is a match. Like
Matches
that's
are great.
just the old faithful.
Yeah.
Matches are great, but undercover poo, I used it today.
You
It was
did?
fantastic. Yeah, it was great.
I know. I'm going to have to order some soon. I wonder
Yeah.
if our promo code's still working.
I don't know. Should probably test that out.
Right?
I mean, it probably does.
I like the packaging too.
Right?
Yeah, he did a
Yeah.
really good job.
He
Yeah.
did.
I mean, it's a great little product.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was quick to market. He got the thing up and running fast. So.
Yeah.
Undercover poo, check it out, people.
Actually, he gave us 2 of these containers, and I finished one and stuck because I had one at home and one in my purse, and then I like just
Comboed those?
consolidated.
You
them.
married them?
Yeah, and then so I had an empty container, and I was like, this looks like a container that I can reuse for something.
Yeah.
But then I was like, Ellen, stop being a
You
hoarder.
put your weed in there.
That's what I was gonna say.
Stop being a hoarder.
Stop being a hoarder, Ellen.
Yes. Do you have any poop or fart related stuff when it comes to work? Like performing burlesque or
Yeah.
modern dance?
Ever fart on stage?
Pilates?
I don't know if I've ever farted on stage.
When you're go-go dancing, have you ever farted in somebody's face?
No, I have not. But I did fart once since I've been I've been doing it for a couple of years now. And I've danced on a bar at Ethel's, which is a great little spot on the Upper East Side.
But the bar is pretty tall, so
yeah,
it's like
tall. And also
when you're
there's
up
like
there.
there's a weird stench sometimes that like floats through, and it's just a smell. So they always have like incense going. Oh well, this is not related, but anyways, so you know, there's that in the air. But sometimes when that smell comes through, I'm like, I hope these people don't think it's like us, because it's not. It's just like this weird.
These girls are nasty.
No, I mean, they love us there. Anyway, but In the Pilates world, I teach, not as much as I used to, but I have a couple clients, and this one, she always, whenever they're doing this one exercise called rolling like a ball, always farts, always, without a doubt. It cracks me up, and I'm always like, I don't care. And then after she did it once, after you had started your podcast, so she did it, and I just laughed. Normally, I just kind of ignore it, and I'm like, ugh, whatever. But this time, I just started laughing about it. I'm like, it's okay. It made me laugh. But when I do Pilates, it gets it gets you moving.
Yeah.
It feels healthy. If you feel overblocked, just do some Pilates and it'll get things moving.
Exercise always opens it up. Yeah.
But I get those nervous poops before a show.
Yeah.
I recently had a show with the company I work with, Heidi Latsky Dance, and I tend to burp and fart a lot in rehearsals. and then I'll say, always a lady. And then everyone knows it right by now, and they just laugh at me because
they're used to it.
Yeah, they're used to it. But yeah, you get those nervous bathroom trips before, and sometimes nothing happens, but it just feels like it. And then when you get on stage, it just all goes away.
That's good.
But yeah, I've never had it like the burlesque stuff. Well, we've talked about this at Slipper Room. The bathroom is like right there, the toilet. And then I used to perform at Galapagos a lot. And some performers, I think maybe they don't intentionally do it, but then they do go, and you're sitting. One performer who's gorgeous, she just pooped one time in front of us, and we were all like, what the fuck?
At Slipper Room or
At
Galapagos?
Slipper Room. And then someone did it in the bathroom with my friend Molly, who is a poop phobic, and she nearly lost it. And
what the fuck?
I think I know who this person is. I'm not going to say it on the...
I'll tell you. I know who both of them were, and I'll tell you.
Two different people.
We got two different people.
Because...
Sorry.
What's it called? I was telling Beelzebub that I heard a story about one of these people pooping at Slipper Room.
I wonder if it's the same person.
And I wonder if you told me this story.
I don't know if it... Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. You probably
I
told me
was
this
there.
story. Yeah.
You can't. We're not going to name the name.
No,
but
no, no.
It's been confirmed.
Yeah, it's confirmed.
Beelzebub, if you're listening,
it's correct.
that person I told you about.
She had heard the story as a rumor.
No. She was like, nobody would ever poop in the Slipper Room.
It's true.
And I was like, no.
And it's like the hottest girl ever.
Yeah.
We love her.
Yeah.
Hey, shit happens.
Yeah. And then I told her who I thought I heard the story from, and it was probably from you.
Yeah.
But Beelzebub was like, no, she's too pretty for that. No.
Oh, yeah. She didn't want to believe that.
Like you expect it from a man or something.
I heard this person...
Oh, that never happened. No,
oh, really?
Well, maybe that did, but I wasn't there. Yeah.
Oh.
You can't see us on the obviously at home, but
no,
we're
Howard
running notes
Stern
of like
did this with Jimmy Kimmel recently.
Jimbo Kimball.
And they were writing notes back and forth, and I kind of loved listening to that. So I think you could leave it in. Like if people are really like curious to who it is, then write to us or befriend us.
No, we can't tell.
No, we're not going to tell, but you know.
We'll give them 3 guesses.
I'll write down.
We'll give them 3 guesses, and they can guess. We'll give them some undercover poop.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a great. Oh, I have another game that I wanted to bring, but this is my party game for baby showers. You've probably heard of this, but you get diapers, and you take candy bars and you melt them, and then you put it in the diaper. And then you pass it around and you list like 1 through however many different candy bars you get. And you list 1 through, say you have like 5. And you number the diapers. And then you pass it around and everybody has to have a sniff, or you can taste it. But you serve it in the diaper.
Yes.
So it's like poopy diapers. But
and you have to guess
bars.
the candy bar.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know if
I love that game.
Whatever.
I think
We're
it's
gonna
hysterical.
have we're having a party soon with poop related desserts.
So
like
you
that
should
one
do
for
it.
some reason is just getting to me because I think it's because in the diaper, I think.
Oh, it's great.
It's like this. Oh,
that's pretty good too. There was another person
My
I have
friend
this
Molly
little-
died.
that we just wrote down the whiteboard.
I have this little toilet toy that has water in it, and I've sprayed almost every guest before we start. So
And I
you're-
sprayed myself.
Yeah, no, but I'm always like, open this, and you fell for it too.
You just.
But I've had like people
Out the
like
gate.
freak out, like I filled it with urine, and I'm like, it's just water. It's
Surprise.
and it might be like the smallest splash of
I
water.
think you should be like, I just peed in that.
Yeah.
What?
It was like an Ellen moment, you know, and
toilet
it
water.
is an Ellen moment, but Ellen DeGeneres when she like scares people.
Oh yeah, totally. But what that might be.
I know it's like.
a drop of water. It's
not
like
that much.
yeah.
I want
It's
to
a
look
dribble.
at. I did make notes, but I want to see if there's anything I forgot about.
Oh.
Are there other questions that I forgot
Well,
about?
but we found out you use suppositories before, but if you have diarrhea, is there anything that you can tell the people on what you've done to help with your diarrhea? Do you just Pepto-Bismol or Imodium?
No, I don't like
it?
Pepto-Bismol. That's what that's
Yeah, me
what
either.
screwed me up in Thailand, was because Penny gave me some kind of like, we didn't really know what was in these little things that we took, but it was like kind of a Pepto-Bismol thing, and I
Meth?
did not need that because I wanted to poop.
Right.
And I couldn't, and then I took that, and then I was like screwed. I don't like to take things unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah.
But
So if
No, I
you get
just wait it
diarrhea,
out.
just squeeze it all out.
yeah, yeah, get it out.
Yeah, I prefer. I'm like, if this does not want to be in my body, I'm going to let it out.
Yeah,
But if I'll Pepto-Bismol, I will never Imodium it.
yeah.
Imodium
I don't
will
take stuff
like
that.
constipate me for a week.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
That's why I took that suppository, I think, was because I took something like that. And
Yeah.
then I was like, I'm screwed.
Suppository.
Suppository.
It's a positivity.
Oh,
Positivity.
we used to do I danced at Galapagos Art Space, RIP, that, with the Painted Ladies, and we did have a dance number and I thought it was the stupidest thing, but it cracked Jenny Rocha, who is the leader of the Painted Ladies. And so we did this number where we had like big butts, and we do like a disco dance, and then we would like bounce on our butts, and at the end it went, there's like a little fart in the track, and then we would go oops, like, and I don't know why we did that. Anyways, she thought it was funny. It's kind of silly, but I was like, why are we farting at the end of our number? I mean, it was like a big butt number, so it was kind of silly.
That's
And we ended up doing
hilarious.
it on America's Got Talent. We only showed like 16 counts. We didn't.
Oh, okay.
It was like 2 minutes of it was like really short, and we got X'd out. But Sharon liked us,
Aw.
but
That's cool.
everyone else was like,
Like, what the fuck?
and we didn't get to the fart part, but
Well,
we
Yeah,
put
we-
it on TV.
Yeah.
We were talking because Gal has a constipation blues burlesque
Oh,
act.
yeah.
Yeah, and we were saying that like when we get to like some big milestone of the
That sounds
podcast, we might do like an episode.
Well, we can bring our butt number.
Yeah. We were talking about doing
It's great. You can just see him like
it's just so good.
feeling
like-
it.
so good.
I need
I
to see
love
what
it.
Gail did to this.
Yeah.
It's really
But then
funny.
we were talking about like shitty acts, and she goes, are they acts about shit or are they just really bad acts?
I was wondering about I was thinking of like childhood stuff again, and the Muppet, there's a clip of a Muppet Babies episode, which I love, the Muppet Babies
So good.
animated.
Yes.
And I just remember that there was one where it was a musical number, and it was about farting, and like the rocks were farting, and like all these different things. They're like, everybody farts, basically. They were saying it was so cute, but I
Everybody
couldn't find
farts.
it.
Dum, 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 dum.
I know that's what
Childhood.
sucks about the internet. I was thinking about like TV shows that came out in like the 90s that you can't stream, and I'm like, but where can you watch these? And some of them just don't exist.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube has a
No,
lot
but
of the magic
She
ones.
looked for.
Oh, really?
I couldn't find it's so specific what I was looking for. I mean, a lot of Muppet stuff came up with farting, like Fozzie Bear wearing whoopee cushions on his feet and
I saw that.
that. There's like silly things, but I couldn't find that specific one.
I love a good whoopee.
That's a good one.
Oh, I forgot to bring mine's behind you, but there we go. Awesome. Thank you.
I can reach. Have you ever gone potty in a public bathroom that was just horrible? Like if you had a bad public experience?
Yeah, like any like what is it? Gas stations usually pretty nasty.
Ooh,
like
yeah.
In and Out.
Ooh,
Sorry.
Scared me.
In-N-Out Burger?
No.
I was about to say that is
Maybe
in
made me
and
poop.
right back
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've definitely I'm not that squeamish, but I'll like squat
No,
over it.
If I gotta go, I gotta
Yeah,
go.
you gotta go.
I don't
I'll go
care.
I don't
Yeah.
do that. I used to do that thing where I would just hold it in because it's too gross now. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm too old for that shit.
Yeah.
I just have to let it out because it's like the worst pain.
Yeah. I recently had to go it wasn't poop though, but I had to go into porta potty, and I had to change. I was in a costume, and then I had my diva cup or hello cup, and it was so annoying Because in a what's it called? A porta potty? That's not fun.
No.
To change
Porta
that kind. And
potties
you can't
are
wash
the
your
worst.
hands.
Yes, it's disgusting.
It's horrible. Oh, and I just have a horrible memory of watching the Jackass episode where what's his name? Is
Steve-O?
it Steve-O?
Yeah.
They put him in a porta potty
with the little catapult thing.
and they put it in.
Yeah.
Oh, that really gave me such a visceral reaction. I died.
When
it still makes
when
me
it got to the
nauseous.
apex and you start to see like all the fluids like go up as it's coming back to, oh my god.
How could he do
So
that?
gross.
It makes me want to vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, money, money and making people laugh, but yeah, money.
It was
and
like-
shit.
Probably,
lightheaded.
I bet, was there dew like floating around?
Oh,
I haven't
yeah, they-
watched it in a
Oh, it
while.
was like a lot.
So it was a
Yeah.
porta potty
I
that
gotta-
had
yeah.
been
Covered.
I mean,
used a lot.
so imagine all that and then the fucking all the blue shit.
Oh,
Like,
Remember
It was-
Bob
Yeah,
was
Bob.
like, he was positive
Oh,
he was
his
poisoned by
Yeah.
it.
it's disgusting.
Oh my god.
It was horrible. Awful. I think I got all my notes pretty well.
You got some. You hit all those great points.
Yeah, you did. You came prepared.
Yeah, I like it. You came prepared.
Oh, I was also nervous, like that people would, like, you know, when you're in the bathroom. Like one time, my mom was like, "I know what you're doing in there,"
Are you
and then ever
serious?
since then, I was like, "Oh, people can hear you," because I didn't think people really could hear you.
Well, you apparently you don't know the sound of your own farts, so you're just kind of like, whatever, man.
Those doors are real thin.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Backdoor loudness.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was driving with my mom and she hated anything poop or fart. She's the opposite of my dad, like 180. And so if I ever farted in front of my mom, she would get so angry at us. Like not just like funny angry, like so angry that we thought like we'd turn into stone. Like
Oh,
we looked
shit.
at Medusa. So
Yikes.
one time I farted in the car and I was like, oh my God, she's going to get mad at me. And she goes, it smells like poopery in here all of a sudden. Why does it smell like, not poopery. Yeah, poop.
Poop? Just
Poopery?
poop or poopery?
No. Like regular like
Oh, potpourri.
potpourri.
Oh my god, it's the best. We've used so much poopery that we can't even
about the
remember.
I
Like,
forgot the real word.
yeah. What's that shit that thing's based off of? Oh yeah,
thought your
potpourri.
Your poop
Potpourri.
smell, or your
Yeah, and
fart
she was
smell
like, and I was like, well, I just farted, and she was like, oh, your farts smell like flowers, and I was like, that's a first, but I'll take it because she's
Yeah.
not mad at me right now.
See, that makes me think of the Outcast song.
Yeah.
Well, next time for the next music episode, we'll
I
put that
kind
in
of
there.
I sing that to myself on the bathroom when I go to the bathroom, because sometimes I don't think my poop smells, and then I'm like, I know you don't think. You don't think. But anyways, those just really do
Oh
smell
my
like
god,
poo-poo.
that's hilarious.
So good.
Wait. Oh, did you ever do that game when you were little and like, you know, you'd fart and then you put your thumb on your head?
No.
Like he who smelt it dealt
Oh.
it. You
I
know,
never
you'd like
played that
fart and
before.
then you put your thumb up. We would do that in my family.
Oh.
And my
I don't
brother
know this
and I.
game.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
nice.
then whoever didn't put their thumb on their head, they're like, "You farted."
Oh
I will
my God.
always fess to a fart. I will not
Yeah, I
deny
claim
it.
I
Nice.
claim my fame.
Yeah.
That's what I call it.
Oh my god, I'm like, I never. I'm like, I mean, unless Tiny's like, we're in bed or something like that. She's like, oh, did you fart? I'm like, yes.
Oh my God, I've totally forgot this. I wonder if this person's going to listen to the podcast. So we were in LA, and I'm not going to say their name because they could possibly listen to the podcast. We were staying with this couple, and the male part, it was a heterosexual couple, and the male kept farting, and I kept being like, who's farting? It stinks. And me, Gerald, and the other person were like, it's not us. And when he got up and went to the bathroom, the first time he like left our group, the wife goes, it's totally him. He never ever is.
Oh my
Just
god.
fess up to it.
I mean, at that point, you have to.
But he was
fess up.
the whole, like, we went in a 45-minute car ride to a 3-hour movie. We saw the Avengers movie, then out to dinner. He was farting in the car during the movie at the fucking restaurant. And I was like, it's so obvious.
Don't
Deny.
But he like literally, and even Gerald sat next to him at dinner and he goes, he kept crop dusting. It was so bad. And
Oh,
it was
that's
so,
gross.
and it was the same smell. So from the car
Wait,
to the
who
movie
was
to the
this? I want
restaurant.
to know.
I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you on the
Put it
whiteboard.
on the whiteboard.
On the whiteboard.
You know, I don't think you know the
Yeah.
person.
Oh, okay.
I only saw photos on your Instagram.
Yeah.
So I have an idea.
But yeah, my private Instagram.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so good.
But and it was hilarious because his wife fessed to it and
Yeah.
was like, "No, he is the farter. I know his farts. He's been." And I was like, "Dude, at this point, just fucking admit it."
Did he have one of these?
Were you not hearing it?
No, they were all silent but deadly.
Oh, sorry.
They were all silent but deadly.
I recently, after a show, my boyfriend was there with his friend Nick, and they were there, and I farted, and I didn't say anything, but I farted like after they're talking to me, and I was like, yeah, they're like, it's great, and then I farted, and then he was looking around, he's like, something smells, and I was like, yeah, that was me.
At least you're honest.
You have to be.
Oh, yeah. And then with this friend we were staying with, and even Gerald was like, those are totally protein shake farts. And his wife goes, that's all he drinks is fucking protein shakes. Like,
Just trying to build mass, bro.
yeah. Protein shake farts.
Recently in my neighborhood, I was walking home from somewhere, and then I don't know, I was walking around the neighborhood, and there was like this mystery smell, and I was like, what the hell is this? It smelled like poop. It was foul, and it was for blocks. And then I like walked over to Franklin, and then I came back to Classen, and there was this woman who was jogging, and I catch her, and she's like, she looks at the bottom of her shoes, and I had done the same thing, and I was like, I caught her, and then I was like, hey, I know, I smell it too. And I was like, there's nothing on your shoes. It's just in the air. Like, I don't know what it was.
I love that you just said that to her too. She's
Yeah.
like, oh, thanks.
And I was like, I smelled it too. And then we laughed, and then she kept running. But I was like, it's not you.
Oh my God. I thought you were going to
Mystery
say you guys
smells.
both stepped in dog shit, but you didn't know you
No,
stepped in dog
but
shit.
I did too. It was so like
Potent?
not potent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell?
There's
God.
that bridge that separates Queens to Brooklyn that's near me.
Kosciuszko? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That they just redid.
Yeah.
And I used to photograph under the old one because it was really cool
Yeah, it
and
was
like
cool.
Oh, nice.
industrial looking. But I swear to God, smelled straight up like chicken shit. And if you don't know what chicken shit's, it is
I
the
don't know what that is.
poop
Sounds
stinks no
I
matter
just saw
what.
chicken shit actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, recently.
Oh,
Yeah.
but poop smells terrible no matter what animal makes it. But for some reason, I think chicken shit is the worst smell of them all.
Now
if
I
you
wanna
ever go to a
smell
chicken
it.
coop, it's like pure evil.
My boyfriend's parents have 4 chickens.
Oh, go in the coop.
They're so cute.
They're very cute, but they make stinky poo-poos. So this, like, under the bridge there. So I'm following this Instagram called like Green Pointers, and they're now actually going to turn that into a public park now that the bridge
cool.
is done. And I literally just tweeted to our Instagram, wrote to them, I hope they're going to fix that fucking smell because it's obviously coming from the water.
Totally.
So like the guanas, which smells horrible.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
whatever water system's there.
It's really
and I'm
bad.
like, it totally smells like the worst sewage ever.
Oh, yeah,
and
that
so
whole
having
area.
a park there sounds like a great idea.
What's the Newtown
but they
Creek
wrote,
over
yeah,
there?
they just wrote back like, don't worry, it doesn't smell like that anymore. I'm like,
right.
you liars.
You probably don't live there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you have any more
Gigi,
stories?
do you have anything else to share with us?
I just remembered another story.
Uh-huh.
It didn't happen to me, but it happened to my friend. She saw someone, this old lady, she was like with someone, like her son or something, my friend said. This was years ago. But she just dropped her pants and pissed and then pooped right in front of...
In the subway?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Lordy.
I've yet to see that. That's on
Yeah,
my
I
bucket
heard you
list
say
thing.
that you yet to see it, but I
I've
was
yet
like,
to see that.
Talking about bucket list, that was like that video, the Subway Creatures video. The guy
Oh,
like
yes.
unzipped an actual bucket and shit.
Oh my
off
God.
of-
I think that was funny, but I'm like, that was definitely a prank.
Oh, it was totally a
Yeah,
prank.
because I was like, he was doing the whole. It was he's had a toilet there. I'm
Yeah.
like, come on.
It was hilarious,
Yeah. But it was really funny. The woman next to him was like, nope. She was like, I'm getting the fuck out of this scene.
But that is a bucket.
It is a bucket.
Fuck it.
DIY.
Get a bucket.
let's get shitty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for Let's Get Shitty!
Yes. One of my favorite segments.
Get shitty.
What's your Let's Get Shitty,
Yeah.
Gigi?
think
You can complain about anything.
I have lots to complain about, but I was gonna say the one where I kept losing my Diva cup in toilets, but then I can't stand when people take so long in the bathroom, like in
Yeah.
a public place. It drives me crazy. Like, get in and get out. I don't know what these people are doing
But sometimes,
in there.
there's times where, like, stuff's happening.
No, but
no, there's a lot of it
It's
is
like
women
sometimes
who are
wait-
putting on their makeup
or
and
looking
staring
at
in
their
the
phone.
fucking yeah.
in a public
impressed.
restroom.
Do you know Pumps, the titty
Yeah.
bar in Brooklyn? Actually, they put in a doorbell to the women's bathroom because it's a one-holer And so they actually put a doorbell in because the music will be so loud you won't hear people knocking. But because the girls will
Smart.
go in there and they will, and there's a changing room downstairs, so they can go to the changing room and go on their phone. But they supposedly go in there and they sit on their phone and forget what they're doing. And so they put in a doorbell so you can
that's
ding
funny.
dong, get the fuck out. I was waiting for the bathroom one of the last times I was in there, and the girl was like, just ring the doorbell. She probably forgot that she's like hanging out in there.
Oh my god, that's pretty genius.
And it's we need more doorbells.
I mean, it's
and-
annoying they had to put a doorbell in there, but that's pretty fucking ingenious.
I guess
Yeah.
sometimes it's good. You just want to get away and like be alone. Like I used to do that when I was hostessing. I just want to get off my feet, so I just like sit in the bathroom for a while.
Yeah, but only do that if there's more than one
That's
hole.
true. There
Yeah.
was more. Than
If there's
one
only one hole, you got a line out there.
Yeah.
One hole. That's pretty good.
I always say that when I go to the bathroom. Like, if you're going to the bathroom with like after somebody who's already in there, I'm like, is it a one holer? Is there two? How many holes?
Lots of holes.
Lots of holes. The more holes, the better.
The more holes, the better.
Oh my god, it's so
Dave,
good.
do you have a let's get shitty?
I feel like I did at one point, and then today was just so stressful. Like with this work shit and some other stuff that I just kind of like. I had a thought, and I should have wrote it down, which I never do.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, because my memory is like completely destroyed. But I would probably say, just in general, my neighbors once again. I complained about this the last episode, and last night, I gotta talk to the building or something because it's really getting out of control. This kid.
You need to record it.
I used to do that when she had the other two kids here.
Get those old mics that we had that picked up all the sound and totally record it.
I have a whole batch from like 2 years ago of just all audio recordings, or 3 years ago.
Of your neighbors?
Yeah,
Yeah, my
they're just
neighbors
so
have like
loud.
a new kid, and well, not new kid. He's like running and like stomping like all hours of the night. It's insane. And whatever. I just do this. I turn into a crazy person because I have like this rubber like broom thing. So I just pound the ceiling like a maniac. But lately I've been just kind of doing it once, and then it gets to the point now where I'm just sort of like trying to zen out, and like Tiny's really good at it, but I just think about it all the time. I think about ways.
It's maddening.
Maybe it's
So, like-
also because you stopped drinking during the week. Maybe
maybe
you're on more. I mean, when I
Well-
wasn't drinking for 9 months, I was a very bitchier person.
Yeah. I think there's a little bit of that, but I think it's mainly because my personality. Like once I latch onto something like that, it's just hard to let go.
Yeah.
No matter how. Like, and I tend to be a very light sleeper, and I can hear. It's weird. Like, it's really sensitive to like sound, so it's just like I'm constantly aware of like just like how loud this motherfucker's being.
Is that at all hours?
Yeah, sometimes like for a while, like in October, I want to say, like one time I woke up, it's like 2:30 in the morning. The kid's still. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm not saying how to raise your kid, but maybe
yeah.
put them in bed by like 8.
Yeah.
But it's all hours of the night. There's people upstairs just kind of like, oh, whatever. They can't say no. It's like, I can't say no.
And when you
The
hit
joy.
the ceiling with a broom, do they stop?
Sometimes they make it louder. Well, I think they're making.
I know,
I think
they
they're making
probably
it
are
louder.
being.
Oh, we've had words with these people
Like
before. So
war.
we've had words with them before, and it
Yeah.
didn't end well.
No,
So-
another burlesque performer was telling me recently about something similar, and
It's maddening.
the people moved in upstairs, and they warned them. They said, "Oh, we had to leave our last place because of complaints, so let us know." So they warned them, or they talked about it. So then they were being loud, or something changed in their work schedule. So now,
Is it this person?
no,
Oh,
somebody
they
else.
were complaining about that.
Oh,
too.
really?
Oh yeah.
But someone else, anyways, they went up and they like tried to do it civilly, or is that I can't say anything right? It doesn't sound right. Anyways, but then it just turned into this mess. Like now they got super defensive, and now they're
crazy.
bringing management into it because they didn't want to, but they're just not.
Yeah. I mean, all the management does, and our company does, they just write a letter,
Yeah.
which is like, what the fuck's that gonna do?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
They need to buy carpets.
Yeah.
They need to do
Yeah.
stuff.
No, they're just
New York
really
City
selfish.
living sucks.
Yeah.
And it's like, I get they live in New York.
Yeah.
You know what? I've talked about this so many times. It's
But
fine.
it's frustrating.
It's one of those things where it's just
Probably
like,
throws up off your digestive tract,
I mean, I don't know about that. I'm still shitting like a madman. But if anything, it's like up my poop
Making you
levels.
more shitty.
Yeah, exactly.
The
But yeah,
shitty.
that's my shitty thing again. 2 weeks in a row. It's like a number one hit. I'm like complaining with my fucking
You should
neighbors.
just leave a little poop bag on their doorstep.
Oh, I've trust me, I've thought of so many awesome things to do, but I'm like a crazy person. I can't,
We'll do it for you.
No, it's okay. I don't want to. We have security cameras in the hallway, so they'll be
damn.
like, "Oh shit."
Damn it.
I guess I kind of talked about my let's get shitty with Gerald farting so much while I was eating last night. That was awful. It literally smelled like a small animal. But I also this isn't poop or fart related, but I'm about to get my period. And yesterday, I talked in the last episode, I went to the doctor last week, and when they weighed me in for the stuff they got to do, take your blood pressure and all the rest of it. I actually was weighed the least I've weighed in well over a year, and I was like, holy shit, your scale. And she was like, oh, people always complain and say our scale is too heavy, and I'm like, no, it's too light, so that's good. But I am so fucking bloated because I'm about to get my period, and I hate being a lady because I feel like a water balloon made a baby with another squishy object, and I just feel fucking gross.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry. I have no idea what that feels like.
It's the weirdest thing.
Awful,
you just don't feel, and then you're like, what's wrong with me? And then you're like, oh.
If you're constipated and you feel bloated and you're like, at least I haven't shit in 2 days, that's why I feel gross. But I already pooed 3 times today. I should feel light as a feather.
I'm sorry.
Being a woman sucks.
Yeah.
That part, I could not I can't handle any kind of disruption in my body. That every month? Are you kidding me?
It's bringing me to tears lately. I'm
I'm sorry.
I can't do this anymore. I have another let's get shitty.
Ooh.
I hate when you get poop on your hands when you're wiping. Isn't that the worst? Does that happen, or
is
is
the
that
worst.
just me?
That hasn't happened to me, knock on wood, in a long time.
Every once in a while, I'm like,
You
Yeah.
just got to use more paper. You got to get a tushy.
I don't have a tushy, but when I was in Thailand, we had the little spray hose, and I really loved that spray hose. I was like,
I'm telling you, it's the best. It's putting water up there.
It was
It's
really
a lot
great.
easier to wipe.
Oh, yeah.
Very satisfying.
Yeah. Cleans it out.
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
I need to get one.
Yeah.
New investment.
Helicopter going over.
Ooh. I wonder if they could hear it.
I don't know.
It's like when I
They're like,
had the whoopee before we started recording. I was letting it out really slowly.
I like your technique.
Wonder if I could do it again.
Oh, that was good.
That was pretty good though.
That's what my farts smell like. I mean, not smell.
Smell like?
Sound like.
I'm like, because that smells like nothing. I'm like, that's pretty amazing.
Nope, I can't do it the
it's
way I
okay.
was doing it before.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
Ooh.
Well,
Well, let's flush these problems down the tube. Down the hole.
they're gone.
Bye-bye.
And now we're going to get into a little news.
Yay!
Yes.
So stinky.
The best.
So stinky.
So this news story, did Clara send this to me? I forgot who sent this to me.
I don't know.
But this goes back to our MTA news story I did a while ago about MTA bathrooms and how they're just really kind of gross. There's a couple that probably have decent facilities, but this is from comes to us from the Gothamist website by Jake Offenhartz, May 17th, 2019. Headline: Overflowing toilet at MTA tower snarls service on multiple subway lines.
Oh my God, I heard about this.
Yeah, this
Really?
is really gross. So MTA's 42nd Street control tower, which is basically where they do all the switching, so trains can go to local or whatever. It says everyone's favorite transit authority has been ignoring a toilet overflowing with shit for the past 3 fucking days. It didn't say fucking, but I want to put a little accent on there. And now riders have to deal with the stinking consequences.
Gross.
The A train, the C train, the E, and the F and M trains were all sort of screwed up.
Was that why?
Yeah. Well, this is the reason. They needed to make a pit stop. A crew member needed to make a pit stop. Some riders were confused. They actually made this announcement on the train.
Oh.
So some riders were like, "Oh, what? like confused and sort of frustrated. Though a few did appreciate the candor, most of them assumed the train conductor needed to take a bathroom break, which is perfectly understandable. But they were kind of like, why are they telling us on the train right now? So apparently what was happening was the actual guy, the people that work at the street control tower that do all the switching for all the trains, their toilets were this toilet was just overflowing with shit to the point where they're working there and they're like, we can't deal with this. So they have to go somewhere else to go to the bathroom.
That's horrible.
And when one person's gone, they can't switch the trains. So that's why there's like these giant delays.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Who's the cloggers? My question.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, we didn't get. Unfortunately, they don't mention
Why
that.
can't they fix a toilet? Come on.
Well, so the real culprit was the pit stop. For the pit stop was a busted toilet brimming with feces at 42nd Street, 8th Avenue. Transit workers say that the MTA had refused to address the mess for going on for 3 fucking days.
Jesus.
Despite ongoing pleas. And there was a sign written. There was a sign written, actually, that said, "Call in a septic tank feces issued repeatedly until the problem is resolved." Yeah, they're basically saying, like, attention tower people, like, fix this fucking toilet. So the MTAs is basically ignoring, like, people that work for them.
Oh my God.
When they're like problems on the tracker, they
Yeah.
like it's really just a toilet.
So basically, for all those lines, like I said, the A, C, E, F, and M, many of the switches which move to send trains in their appropriate track are operated by humans in this control tower.
And humans poo.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes those humans in the control tower have to poop. So basically, without a tower operator at the helm, trains can't run up the local track, especially on the C and E, because the C train's on my train. So which probably explains why the C train's always fucked up. So I'm guessing it's just like shitting problems. So yeah, so the whole switching mechanism thing, which goes to another point. It's like the MTA is the New York City subway system is so fucking antiquated.
Yes.
Like it needs it needs a complete overhaul, which is probably never going to happen anytime soon.
Well, they're slowly doing it, but I feel like once they get to a certain point of fixing, it needs to be fixed all over
But
again.
this is just like basic needs. Like have a toilet that functions for your employee.
100%.
They brought in people, I believe, from England and other parts of Europe that have subway systems, and they were saying that I think it was in London actually.
London subway systems are
this guy came in and said like the only way, it's a very unpopular thing that they're not probably going to do, but the only way to fix this problem is making the train no longer, it's not going to be 24 hours.
Yes.
It closes at midnight and reopens again at 5 because it's going to take.
They can't do that in New York though.
They're not going to do that, but that's the only way London is successful.
Yeah, his solution was it's going to take 15 years if we do a non-24 hour operating system.
Yeah.
But if we do keep going the way we're going now, they can only work on certain, so basically the idea would be to shut the subway system down and then use express buses for everything. And then if 5 o'clock rolls around, train service starts up again. But apparently, if we keep it the way it's going now, it's going to take 50 years to fix every single problem, which there's other problems are going to like pop up along that way. If we do it this other way, where we just make it a non-24 hour system, it's supposed to take like 15 years.
It'd be like 19-hour system.
Yeah,
just close it for 5 hours.
Yeah, so it's going to be like 15 years to fix, which is still a long time, but it's better than 50.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to the story. So basically, they were saying those who really suffered are the tower employees who have been forced to contend with the rancid working conditions for days. And the MTA can't even be bothered to like respond to some simple maintenance. I mean, a toilet clog for 3 days, brimming with feces.
That's gross.
That's fucking disgusting, man. That's
fucking disgusting.
That's when you call 311.
Yeah. Like an MTV, there's an update to the story. They were saying the MTA spokesperson Shams Tarek, that sounds like that's the best AKA or rap name ever. Shams Tarek. I love that. Anyway, he was a quote, we had 2 employees who needed emergency bathroom breaks on the AC line this morning and around exactly the same time during rush hour. So you can imagine like pissed off people, train riders, like just, it's bullshit.
You can't understand what they're saying anyways when they give announcements.
They also said, according to the spokesman, the toilet clog on 42nd Street was repaired and returned to service earlier this afternoon. It's like you're making an announcement about the goddamn toilet. Just fix it. That's a simple fix.
Yeah.
So
that should be top priority.
Which again, like that's just symptomatic of the MTA. They can't fix that. So how are they going to fix like more complicated problems? But that was the news.
Fuck the MTA. Just kidding. Offending everybody.
Fuck the MTA. Exactly.
Gigi Bon Bon, thank you so much for
you.
stopping by today.
You
Tell
were
us
fantastic.
where. Yes,
Thank you.
so prepared. Your fart straw,
I'm
everything.
looking forward to this.
Great stories, everything.
Yeah.
Here we go again
Ooh.
for a straw. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. I love
I've been
it.
practicing.
You went for it.
Yeah.
The look on your face, too, while you're doing it. You're so
I'm like
serious.
a little kid.
Yeah.
Dizzy Gillespie,
Yeah.
but with her armpit.
Oh, my God. It's so good. I love
Where
it.
can people find you, Gigi Bon Bon?
You can find me. I perform at the Slipper Room quite often, or at Ethel's. You can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is confusing. I don't want to change it though, but Jilly Lee, JILLIELEIGH. But if you Google Gigi Bon Bon, or if you look it up, you'll find me.
Perfect.
Cool.
I don't use Facebook very much.
No, you don't have to.
I mean,
But I have a website,
Ooh, what is it?
gigibonbon.com.
Ah.
Nice.
Yeah.
.org. No, I'm kidding.
No work.
Anyway, and she's burlesque royalty, everybody. She was a Miss Coney Island,
Yes.
Queen of Coney
Oh,
Island.
yes.
Yes.
2018.
2018.
Nice.
Love Coney.
Yes.
Love the county.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you again for coming on.
Thank you
Yes.
so much for
You were
having
amazing.
me.
This
and,
was
of
amazing.
It was a
course.
pleasure.
Yeah. We'll have you back on
I would love
Yes.
to come back.
anytime.
I had so much fun.
Yay.
Oh, sweet.
I've been looking forward to this forever.
Yes. We love it.
And I love listening.
Yeah, unlike some guests who were wanting to be on super bad but never listened. At least you listen.
I came prepared.
Yeah, you did.
Nice.
I'm a good Girl Scout.
I love it. Okay. Well, thank you so much again. And
Thank you.
we'll talk to y'all out there
Yes.
Woohoo.
another time.
Thank you, everybody, for listening, and happy pooping.
Woohoo.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to Shooting the Shit. We are on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Please rate, review, download. It really helps to get more listeners. Plus, tell all your friends about us. And
For more about Shooting the Shit with Dave and Ellen, you can check us out at heypoopypodcast.com. For questions, product reviews, information, please email us at heypoopypodcast@gmail.com. And you can see us on Instagram at heypoopypodcast.
theme song by Jordan Pearlson. Hey, Poopy.
Oh, that was gross.
Very wet.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?